Beer can be a family event. See?
Welcome back to the Happy Hour, guys, and welcome to Longmont, Colorado and the Left Hand Brewing Company. Welcome back to the Happy Hour, guys. We're with Eric Wallace. You are the president? The president
Co-founder.
and co-founder of Left Hand Brewing. Thank you very much for taking some time to talk to us. Really appreciate it. And I'm certainly enjoying your milk stout on nitro right now. You're going to see the look of bliss spread across my face as I continue to talk. So we've found that family and community are incredibly important to craft brewers across the United States. But where does that come from?
I never had a hometown. I was in Air Force brat, and then I was in the Air Force for 12 and a half years. So I moved around every 1 to 4 years my entire life until I ended up in Longmont. Now we've been here a little over 16 years, and it feels like a hometown.
And as we've seen over and over again at the Happy Hour, guys, what's the glue that can cement a community together? 2 words: craft beer. Tell us a little bit about why it's Left Hand Brewing. Why the name?
Well, we started in '93. My partner Dick Dorr and I, once I convinced him to teach me how to homebrew, and then it was a good idea to start a brewery. We were looking for names, and we were living right down the road in Niwot. It's halfway to Boulder from here. And Niwot in Arapaho means left hand. So there's a lot of local left-hand stuff. There's Left Hand Creek runs into the St. Vrain right below here. You got the Left Hand Grange and Left Hand Canyon. We're challenging hundreds of years of brewing tradition by being inspired by traditional beers. I mean, really, that's in the end what started it for us. Our very first beer was Sawtooth Ale. That's an ESB.
And a darn tasty one.
We're taking traditional styles and basically putting our little spin on them. But in the end, I think one thing we try to stay consistently focused on is balance and drinkability. We brew beers that we like to drink. And the core group that we have here are pretty badass. 9 full-time beers, 4 annual seasonals, 8 biennial seasonals, and then all these other one-offs that are going on all the time too. So we're trying to be true to ourselves and be true to the beers. How big will we grow? We'll grow as large as the market will see us grow.
I'm sure it's not a bad perk that this is, downstairs from the office.
My office is right up there.
So at Left Hand, the community gets an incredible lineup of beers that are constantly rotating, a tap room that's really lively, and it goes even further than that. It looks like you really give a lot back to your community too. I mean, it seems like a real initiative.
Well, that's as much, I guess, part of our core philosophy. Yeah, we want to be involved in the community as much as we wanted to get our name out there also. We've started giving right at the beginning, even when we couldn't afford to, because we needed to get the name out, and we live here, and in my opinion, it comes back to you tenfold.
Wow! We find that a lot in the brewing industry, that it attracts creative and adventurous and exciting people who value being a part of their community.
You forgot enlightened.
Enlightened indeed. How do you make a community better? You add what you do well. And if what you do well is make really good beer and your community supports that, everybody wins.
In Colorado, our state laws have basically created, unintentionally, initially, an incubator for breweries.
And for breweries with an artistic sense of humor. That big statue next to the tasting room, it's the Gooseinator. It's a good thing. It's a good thing to have a Left Hand Brewing in your backyard, because these are the people that are going to make your community a better place.
And I think if you asked around Longmont, community leaders and people involved in different organizations, hopefully you'd get a pretty positive response. And we like locally owned businesses. We are a locally owned business.
So if somebody in your community is craft brewing, craft distilling, making small batch wines, any of the above, just remember, you never know where that business is going to go and what they're going to become. And we can tell you that almost without fail, it's going to make your community a better place to be. We'll see you next time. Cheers.
Beer can be a family.